Now to the new horror movie, getting a lot of buzz, not only for its plot, but also because of where it was shot, inside Disney World without permission. We're going to meet the director in just a moment, but first, here's NBC's Gabe Gutierrez.
When you wish upon a star.
It's known as the happiest place on earth, where magical movies come to life. But this is not your typical Disney experience.
How often do you get to go sneak into the biggest theme park in the world and shoot a movie?
It was fun.
It's called Escape from Tomorrow.
Did that seem normal to you?
What do you mean?
The story of a frustrated father who starts losing grip on reality during a family vacation to Disney World.
We went there every morning and we, waited for the park to open.
Writer-director Randy Moore and his crew used handheld digital cameras to secretly shoot the scenes, guerrilla style, inside Disneyland and Disney World, never asking the Walt Disney Company for permission. On the movie's website, a timer is counting how long it takes until the filmmakers get sued. Disney declined to comment to NBC News.
They don't want to let this movie have the benefit of a fight with a big company like Disney.
After premiering at the Sundance Film Festival, it opened in 32 cities on Friday to mixed reviews.
The better chance for this film is that it becomes one of those cult films that real people who love movies find and watch for years to come.
Daddy!
Hey!
A social critique that has audiences talking not about Mickey, but the darker side of Disney. For today, Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Atlanta.
Randy Moore is the writer and director of Escape from Tomorrow. Good morning. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So what did Mickey Mouse ever do to you?
Well, I went there religiously as a kid. I was a big fan. My father lived in Orlando, so I would go down there and visit him every summer. And we had a great time.
But where did the vision come from,
really
the idea of a horror film?
Until I went back as an adult with my own kids. And my wife, who's not from the U.S., went there for the first time and just had an awful, awful experience.
Why? Because it is, in many ways, it's a very stressful experience for a lot of families.
And she didn't have the nostalgia to fall back on that, I had and so many other people had. So, I actually remember getting upset with her at first for, like, how could you not, love this place? But then I started seeing it through her eyes, and I kind of saw the cracks in the veneer.
So there's the vision, but there's just the backstory, right, that is taking over. How did you pull this off? Because you were there secretly.
Well, fortunately, cameras are pretty ubiquitous at Disney. Everyone has them, and we were shooting with the same consumer cameras that other people have. We didn't do any special modifications or anything, so we just went in there like tourists and shot every day.
But you'd actually rehearse with the actors beforehand?
We would. We'd rehearse in my hotel room every morning, and then we'd block it as best as we could. We walked the whole movie with the camera crew about 9 times before we ever brought actors into the park to do it. So we were pretty meticulous about our shooting.
Any close calls in terms of getting caught?
Towards the end, there was a moment when they thought our crew were paparazzi following a celebrity couple around, and they pulled them off to the side, and they asked, are you celebrities? And they said no, and said, wait right here. At that point, the kids, they were so smart, they said they needed to go to the bathroom, and they said, okay, take your kids to the bathroom, and when you're done, come right back here. So they went to the bathroom, they removed their sound equipment, and when they came back, as fate would have it, a parade was coming by Main Street that separated them from the security personnel.
All right. Randy Moore, thank you very much. Escape from Tomorrow is in select theaters and available on iTunes and cable on demand.